Hi, everyone, and welcome to Time for Health Talks, brought to you by CVS Health. I'm Alice Park, National Health Correspondent for Time, and it's my pleasure to welcome Derek Huff, professional dancer, choreographer, and entertainer, and Dr. Helena Blumen, a cognitive neuroscientist. Derek and Helena, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're going to be talking about the health benefits of dance, but before we get started, I'd like to invite anyone watching who has questions for Derek or Helena to submit them using the hashtag #TimeForHealth. And Derek and Helena have both graciously agreed to answer them for about half an hour after the show. So keep your questions in mind. Derek, I'd like to start with you. You are, of course, 6-time winner of the Mirror Ball Trophy on Dancing with the Stars. You're now a judge on World of Dance, and you started dancing at a very young age. What attracted you to dance?
What attracted me to dance was music. I think just the music, the rhythm, the beat that you feel when you hear it. When I look at old home videos of me in my house, I was always dancing, moving around. But it was my mom who dragged me to dance class. I did not want to go. I was like, no. But she dragged me in there, and I'm so glad she did because I fell in love with it straight away. That's what it was. It was the feeling of moving your body in sync with this rhythm, with this music. And once those aligned, there's like this amazing, just get kind of addicted to the feeling.
Did you get that feeling when you tried other sports? I know that you're very, very active and play a number of different sports. Do you get that same feeling with anything else?
Absolutely. I'm very, active. Like you said, I'm doing lots of outdoor activities and hiking and mountain climbing or skydiving or whatever it might be. But there's something about, dancing. I call dancers artistic athletes. They're absolute athletes, but there's an artistry to it. It's not linear or lateral. It's 4-dimensional. It's just all things moving. You have a dance partner, you're dancing with multiple people. There's just this creativity to it of creating something.
Helena, let's talk about some of the things Derek just mentioned, which is, sort of the different dimensions that are involved when someone is dancing. Space, a sense of space, rhythm and movement, as well as, thinking about the steps that you're doing. Why did you focus on dance for your research?
So we decided to focus on dance for related reasons. So we know that physical exercise in general is very good for us, both cardiovascularly for the brain, for cognition. But it's very hard to get people to exercise regularly, particularly older adults. So we thought that dancing, particularly social dancing, would be more enjoyable, but also complex activity that older adults can participate. And we think that the social, the cognitive, and the physical demands of dancing is then what's going to lead to greater improvements on later cognition. And because I study older adults, mostly what we're interested in is looking at how dance can be used to improve or prevent cognitive decline or Alzheimer's disease.
And you have just completed sort of a early pilot phase of a study where you compared people in a social dance situation to those who were exercising on a treadmill. Can you tell us a little bit about that study and what you're finding so far?
So this is a pilot randomized controlled trial. So people are either assigned to 6 months of social ballroom dancing with an instructor, or they are doing 6 months of treadmill walking, and they were doing this twice a week. But what we're hoping to find is that older adults who participate in dancing as opposed to treadmill walking will do better on these executive function tasks. And these are tasks that is a term that we use to describe tasks that are complex, like that involves planning, or inhibiting information. And we think that they will do better because of the fact that when you're dancing, and Derek can speak to this more, you don't only have to socialize with another person, you also have to use your cognition to remember where you're going, where you are in space, as well as the fact that you're also getting a workout. So that's what we're hoping to see, and we're also hoping that the functional activation of the brain in these brain regions that are involved in executive function, like prefrontal cortex, for example, will also then be ramped up or function differently after this intervention.
And Derek, you talked about how for you, dance really is a very creative endeavor that sort of fires up your creative juices. Can you talk a little bit about some of the findings that Dr. Blumen just mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
As far as whether they surprise you at all?
Well, it's interesting because, just listening to her, which is, I'm so fascinated. I'm like, grasping onto every word she's saying because I love it. Walking on a treadmill, for instance, going on a walk, going on a jog, you can get into a zone where you can zone out, essentially. When you're dancing, I often say that it forces me into the moment. It forces me into the present moment because there's an awareness that is happening. You have to be constantly aware of your body. Also there's problem solving, constant problem solving, where like, okay, I got to shift my weight this way. I have to turn my body this way. Okay, now I have to interact with a partner. So there's many different, again, levels of, like she's saying, cognitively, where you're firing on all cylinders, but in an enjoyable way.
And Helena, one of the things that you've looked at specifically as far as the benefits of dance is on gait and the way that people walk. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're finding as far as how dance can potentially help with improving gait?
Mm-hmm. So in my division where I work, or the research group that I'm part of at Einstein, we don't really see gait and cognition as two separate things. So we have a lot of different studies showing that the brain networks that you use when you're walking and when you're doing cognitive tasks are very similar. And in fact, when people get older, even walking while carrying on a conversation, for example, becomes a cognitive task. So we have looked at not only dancing, but we also look at physical activity and also imagery, which is another activity that is very complex and you might be able to use it to improve both how somebody is walking as well as how somebody is thinking.
Derek, when you dance, do you prefer solos or group numbers, and why?
I prefer to dance with someone. I love partner dancing. I love, I competed in ballroom and Latin dancing. So I always had a partner. And I think part of that is the connection. It's not just the sort of the emotional connection and the shared experience, but it's the physical connection. It's this jigsaw puzzle of how to, sync up each other's bodies to where you're not pulling each other off balance, but you're actually helping each other. There's a support happening there, and it's a constant sort of like micro adjustments, and that it becomes fun. It becomes like problem solving, like a detective, if you will. And then at the end of the day, then when you look at it, you go, oh, it looks effortless, or it looks so fast or slick. And that's so rewarding to know that, you worked really hard on something with a partner, with somebody, and were able to, create something beautiful.
Helena, with respect to your study, I know you're looking at some of the social aspects of dance and what benefits that provides. It turns out that the isolation that we have now found ourselves in because of COVID has given you a unique opportunity to study that in more detail. Can you describe that for us?
Yeah, so since the COVID pandemic became really an issue here in New York, we have had to reinvent ourselves, obviously. So the study that we had, which involved in-person social ballroom dancing, is now going to, well, we're trying out how to do this over Zoom. So we have really excellent study participants who were in the original study, and they have agreed to be part of this pilot over Zoom, where we're going to do a similar program, but obviously without the partners. And we're going to see or we're going to get their feedback on the differences between that kind of virtual program versus an in-person program.
Great, that sounds really interesting. I'm sure that's going to be a fascinating study. Derek, I know when you talk about your choreographed numbers and dancing with a partner, I'm sure Helena would love to know what's going on in your brain while you're doing that. So if you could just sort of give us a glimpse into that brain of yours as you're dancing with a partner. Is your mind constantly racing to sort of the next step and thinking through, I need to be here, and just tell us a little bit of what's going on behind that wonderful smile that makes everything look so easy.
Yeah, it's scary in there. No, I will say this, that when I hear music, I see color. There's a tone, there's a shade, there's a, so if I hear like a song with beautiful piano in it, I tend to see sort of cooler colors and something fiery and saucy that's like, passionate. I see this like the reds and those type of colors. And the reason why I mention that is because that shade, that tone that I see kind of translates into movement. If I'm listening to the beats, and what you're doing is you're selectively, as you're choreographing, you're selecting what part of the music you're going to draw out. For instance, like, there's 10 different instruments happening at the same time, but you're not going to move to all 10. You're either going to dance to the kick drum or the snare or the hi-hat, or you're going to dance to the lyrics, to the vocal, to the melody, or you switch in and out. So it's actually picking and choosing what part of the song and the music that you're going to isolate and then move to. Often people go to the obvious, which is the rhythm, and you move to the beat and the kick drum and the snare. And then when you start looking more advanced choreography, you see that there's more nuance in sounds that you would not have heard just by listening to it, but by watching you go, oh, I didn't even know that sound was in there, but by you moving to it, it brought it to the forefront. So yeah. I don't know if that's a little insight or not.
No, that's great. And Helena, sorry, go ahead.
You described executive function quite well by talking about the different layers of music, and that you have to keep track of these different layers of music and pick the one that you're going to follow. And that as a cognitive neuroscientist, I recognize as involving executive function. So I'd be curious. We cannot scan people in the MRI while they're dancing. We do have ways to get around that, actually. So because we've been studying walking, and we've had the same issue of like, how do we know what people are using when they're walking? So there are these mobile imaging techniques that we are using, which is called functional near-infrared spectroscopy. So functional near-infrared spectroscopy shoots light into your head, and then you can estimate how much oxygen your brain is using based on the reabsorption of that light. We have used that in the prefrontal cortex to look at prefrontal activation in older adults. And we can see that when they're walking versus when they're walking and performing a cognitive task at the same time, they use the prefrontal cortex to a greater extent. But the issue with that technique, though, is that we can't see the whole brain. We can only go in about 2 centimeters into the cortex. So we're limited in terms of what we can do, but we do have ways to get around it. So maybe there should be a dance using that imaging technique. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think it sounds like you have your first volunteer there, Helena.
I'm here. I got you. I'm here.
Derek, I wanted to come back to you and just ask you, for people who are intimidated by dance, and as you said, it's scary for a lot of people,
Sure.
how would you suggest that they start?
Well, it's interesting because I often ask that, people say, oh, I'm not a dancer, and I said, well, when did you decide that? When did you decide that? And I think, and they kind of sit there and they go, huh? What do you mean? I was like, I'm just not a dancer. I'm like, well, because when you were a kid, when you were younger, I'm almost guarantee you were dancing around, jumping around, and then at some point, either something somebody said or something you did, or you're embarrassed, or whatever it might have been, something happened when you just were like, oh, I don't move, I don't dance, I don't do this. Like there's this reclaiming something, this freedom, this childlike state, this state of just like, who cares the way I move? Like, who cares if people are looking or watching or whatever it might be? And I also say, like, if you're in doubt, when in doubt, shake it out.
Great lesson to keep in mind. And it's a good place now to move to a real treat that Derek has prepared for us. He has put together a brief tutorial of some simple moves that aren't too intimidating, that anyone can try. So let's get ready to dance.
Hey everybody, we're going to show you a quick sequence that is dance related. Where it has some salsa flair to it. It's going to get your heart rate up, but more importantly, we're going to have some fun. So let's jump into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. So we're going to start with our left foot out. We go 1, 2, 3, then to the right. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Now we're going to step forward on our left foot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We go back on the right foot. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. Back and together. Let's go back from the beginning. Here we go. To the left. By the way, dancing and movement, it's all about just transference of weight. So it's like left, right, left, left, right. All right, here we go. Left foot. 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now forward. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. On that last one, you want to step out. You want to go 1, 2, 3 to the side. Because then we're going to cross back. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm rotating my hip back. Rotate that hip back. That's what gets that nice line. And we step to the side. Boom. And we go 1, 2, 3. Good. So we've gone side to side. We've gone forward and back. And then we go cross back. Cross back. Boom. Now check this out. We're going to add a little arm to that motion. Right, you ready? Here we go. So left arm goes up and right hand is wrapped around your waist. And you switch back and boom. And also for the ladies, hand goes behind the head, down and boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Let's go back from the beginning. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Forward. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Again. 3. 1 to the side. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Awesome. Now we're going to cross in front with the left leg. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we go to the other side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that sped up is going to look like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Nice. Good. Carrying on. We call this one party hands. So we put our hands up in the air, step on the left foot, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just have fun. We're having a good time. Smile, laugh, make some noise when you do that move. Here we go. Now we're going to go roll our arms. We go roll to the left, roll to the right. Now we're going to go low to the left, low to the left, low to the right. Nice? All right, let's go back a little bit. Go from the beginning. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, forward and back. Boom, 2, 3, ba, 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 to the side. We go back, 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 back. Now cross in front. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We party, party, and push. Raise the roof. Let's go. Roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, and roll it. Fantastic. Next up, we're gonna go to the side. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. We jump out. We go roll the body, roll, then clap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll it, roll it, roll it, clap. Now here's the thing on this one, guys. Just have fun with this. And when on this part, this is where you just let it all go. Roll it, roll it, roll it, clap. Doom, ka, boom, ka. Roll it, roll it, roll it, clap. Fantastic. Now after that, we go into what I like to call the Beyonce move, right? We step out on the left foot, we turn our bodies to the side, both arms out, we jump together, we roll our arms, and we jump to the other side. We step out to the right foot here, boom. Then we jump together, and to this side, left, together, right, together, left, together, right, together. Good, fantastic. So go from here. 5, 6, 7, 8. We go roll, boom, boom, together. Hey, 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 have fun with it. Boom, Beyonce coming up. Hey, boom, together, boom, together, boom, together, boom, together. Fantastic. So after that, after you just did the Beyonce move, we're just gonna do a simple to the side, on the right side. Here we go. Right, back, boom, clap, step, step, step. Now add a turn, boom, boom, clap, step, turn, step, clap. All right, now we're just gonna party it out. We're gonna hit each direction in the room. So we're gonna go front, front, side, back, side. Boom, just having fun with it. Then we go to the other way. Front, side, back, side. That's it. Now listen, if you're like, hey man, I'm not gonna do that move. That looks kind of silly and crazy. Do it, just have fun with it. That's the point of this. This is about having fun. And when in doubt, shake it out. Just have a good time, enjoy yourselves, and let loose. This is all about freedom. This is all about letting yourself go and getting back into that kid-like state. You know when we watch little kids, nieces and nephews, daughters, sons, and they're just dancing around having fun? That's what we wanna tap into. That's what it's all about. So just have fun with it. So let's go from Beyonce. Ready? 6, 7, 8. Boom, around, boom, jump, boom, jump, boom, jump. We go, boom, ha, boom, like a line dance. Hey, grab your partner, turn it, hey. Clap, turn it, get ready for that roll. Roll to the side, to the back, to the side. Go front, side, back, side. Boom, good. And then guess what? We start all over into salsa. Boom, and have fun with it. Now check this out. Once you learn that, if you have a partner with you or somebody in the room with you, watch this. You face each other and you do it. You go, hey, hey, what's up? How you doing? Go, hey, hey. And all of a sudden, you're doing it. You're doing a routine. Boom. So here we go. Ready? Let's do it to music very, very slowly. If you mess up, pick it right back up. Just have fun with it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, forward, forward, and back, and forward, and back to the side. Back, back, back. Now cross in front. Cross and boom, boom, boom to the side. Boom, 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 and push it, push it. Party. Hey now roll it out. Here we go. Roll it, go low, low, and low. To the side. Hey, hey. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Hey, ha, ha. Roll it. Beyonce, here we go. Boom, ha, 5, 6, 7, step it out. Boom, ha, boom, ha, boom, ha, boom. Hey, put your own little flair into it. Woo! And start over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now forward, forward, back. Nice, cross back, 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 back. In front, front and side, and front and side, front and side. Push it out, push, push. Hey, hey, roll it. Just partying it out. Let's skip your triceps to the side. Hey, add a little head in there if you want. 5, 6, 7. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, hey, Beyonce. Hey, boom, ka, boom, ka, to the side. Hey. Nice, add a little turn. Woo. Now we're gonna do a little rolls to the different directions. Roll, 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 other side. Hey, woo. 6. Nice. That's it, guys.
I think we're going to have a lot of new dance fans after that. And just a quick reminder that if you have questions for Derek or Helena, please use #TimeForHealth, and they will answer as many as they can in the next half hour. Thank you, Derek and Helena, for sharing with us how important dance can be for improving health and wellness at any age. If you're already a fan of dancing, keep it up. And if you haven't danced before, we hope this discussion convinced you to give it a try. So get some music on and start moving.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love it.
Thanks for watching Time for Health Talks, brought to you by CVS Health. Be well.